welcome back to All Dolled Up. Today I've got a first impressions video for you where I'm going to be testing some new bits from Clarins, Chanel, Smashbox. What else have I got here? Some just really lovely new launches which I thought maybe you'd like to see. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so to start with the skin, I'm going to be using the Clarins Skin Illusion Natural Hydrating Foundation. It's been raved about online in the UK, so I've been super keen to try it, so I ordered it from Woolies. So this is the shade 108. It looks a little bit light, but I did go and get shade matched, so it'll be fine. So it comes in this little dropper, and it's supposed to be a really fluid, glowy, hydrating base, which is my favorite. So, what do you think? It's just like dab it on my face, really professionally. Ooh. Oh, it's quite pale. I'm hoping it oxidizes a little bit. Oh, but it applies really nicely. Smells yummo. Yeah, it's a bit pale, but I think I'm gonna warm it up with bronzer later. Oh, yeah, that looks really nice. Very pleased. Coverage is, I'd say, quite sheer. The finish is really nice and glowy, but not sweaty looking, which is key because sometimes they can be a little bit make you look like you've been perspiring, and that's not Ayoba. Oh yeah, that is so nice. Actually, I think the shade is fine now that I've blended it in a bit more. Then to conceal under the eyes, I'm going to be using, these aren't new, but they are new to South Africa. Well, the one is anyway. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind Brightening Concealer for my kind of blue tones. And then I'm going to be using the Dark Circle Eraser, and this is in the shade Light, under the rest of my eyes. So, oh, I love this stuff. It's so good. If you watched our Instagram live with our current favorites, you'll see that these got a mention. And I'm using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge to just bounce that in. Yeah, those have blended into each other seamlessly. And I've got to be honest with you, my under eyes and my general face look really nice. I'm going to do my eyebrows, which I'm sure you're quite bored of seeing, but I'm doing them differently at the moment because I'm trying to get them to look more natural. So of course I'm using 4 different products because showbiz, baby. So to start with, I use this Bobbi Brown eyeshadow, which I'm not exaggerating, I've owned for about 12 years. This is in the shade Hot Stone, and I just use one of their eye definer brushes, which is kind of a stiff bristle brush, which looks like this, and then I brush it through the bulk of the brow, and then using my NYX brow pencil, I fill in the tails. Then using the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Filler, I add texture. And then last but not least, I use the Essence Little Eyebrow Monsters Eyebrow Fixing Gel, which now looks heavily minging, to set everything in place. So here we go. Have you ever seen so much work to make something look natural? I often think about getting microblading, but the only person I would trust is our friend Misha from the Browery in Joburg, and obviously getting to Joburg for microblading twice really adds to the cost, and also Misha said she won't do Julia and I because she's too scared to mess it up. So that's that. So eyebrows are now done. I'm going to move on to the eyes. I'm going to do a one wash color. So this is new from Chanel. This is one of their new cream eyeshadows, and this is in the shade Vert Metal. I recently bought the shade Memory, which is a kind of a coppery bronze shade, which I absolutely love. These are expensive, but they are worth it. So I thought I would just apply it over the lid and just blend out the edges a little bit. I'm going to use my fingers.
The angle grinder is a real treat.
Sorry about the angle grinder. Okay. Okay, we've zoomed in a bit more so you can see what I'm doing a bit more clearly. So this color is really beautiful. Oh, yum. Oh, that applies really nicely as well. What I'm going to do, actually using a product that I'm going to be using as a bronzer. This is the Clarins Sun-Kissed Summer Collection for 2018, which looks like this. It is slightly too warm for me, but I'm going to show you in the video just because I wanted to feature the product. So I'm also going to take this and actually just use it in the crease to transition a bit and blend. I'm literally going to just swirl all the way. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye. I'll be right back. So I finished the eyes. I've put that same cream shadow and the bronzer under my eyes as well, so you can see I've warmed up the crease a bit just to transition the colors, and I think it looks really pretty. Ordinarily I don't think I'd add a liner just because I think the color's really nice by itself, but I wanted to show these to you. These are the new Chanel eyeshadow liner kohl pencils. So I've got two shades here. This is Electric Brown and this is Rouge Noir. This is more of a purpley one, so not really applicable for now, but I thought I would just use this as a liner. These are designed to be used also as a crayon all over the lid, so you can use it just as your only product, or you can use it as a liner, whichever takes your fancy. So I just want to put a little bit here. Oh, that's lovely and soft. The shade reminds me very much of MAC Teddy. It's got that kind of just like a nice shimmery brown. Yeah, it's very pretty, just to add a bit of depth to the lash line. I think that all over the lid would look beautiful. I've got two new mascaras to show you, so I thought I'd do one on each eye just because that might be an interesting comparison. So on the one side I'm going to be doing the new Le Volume Revolution de Chanel. The packaging is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of like a brushed effect, and I think the brush is the first one ever that's been 3D printed. The formula itself looks quite thick. So interesting brush, I've never seen anything like this. Then this is the Smashbox Superfan mascara. So I've seen a lot of people talking about this and it looks like my jam. There we go. Oh, okay. The brush actually looks very similar to the Estee Lauder one that I've been using at the moment, the Sumptuous Knockout. It almost looks very, very similar. So I'll be interested to see how those two perform. So let me just give my lashes a curl and then we'll begin. Let's start with Chanel. We'll do that on the left eye. Sure, this is a very thick brush. I don't know how you would use this on your bottom lashes without getting it everywhere. I just worry by the look of this that it's going to dry out really quickly because it's already very thick. A mascara is such a personal preference, isn't it? But I don't like a clumpy lash. I like lots of long, thick lashes. I don't like them to look like they are coated in too much product. I just like my lashes to look like I have millions of them. So here we go, let's do Smashbox. I love this packaging as well, this red. Oh, yum. Yeah, this is my jam. Oh yeah, there we go. It's funny how you can tell immediately whether or not something's going to work for you. See the difference between the two? I'm not sure if you can see it just yet, but this is far more separating than Chanel. Its purpose is to build volume and it does that very well. But I like volume without clumping. Okay, so on this side I'm wearing Chanel and on this side I am wearing Smashbox. For me, I prefer the Smashbox finish just because it looks less clumpy, but I think the Chanel does a very good job of building volume, which I think you will agree with. Julia thinks the Chanel side looks way better, but like I said before, it's just such a preference thing. So I'm going to put the Smashbox on both lower just because I feel like that Chanel brush is too big. You know, the product that I miss every single day when I do my mascara is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. Why it's been discontinued in this country, I will never know, and if they ever brought it back, I would dance with happiness for the rest of my life because there is just still nothing better that I found locally available that's as good as that. Okay, so the eyes are now done. I'm going to do the rest of the complexion. For bronzer, like I said earlier, I'm going to be using this Clarins Bronzer. Julia just suggested, because I said earlier it's quite warm, so she suggested mixing the top two colors to kind of get rid of that orangey tone, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is a Bobbi Brown sheer powder brush, my fave. This compact is honest, it's just so beautiful. Like the embossing on the powder itself is stunning, and then this flamingo compact is so summery. I love it. They nailed it. I think that looks real nice. So this comes out on the 22nd of October, so if you're in the market for a new bronzer and just anything generally beautiful, then treat yourself. Then on the cheeks I'm going to be using a Benefit blush. These obviously aren't new, but this is Julia's Cheekathon blush palette, which has quite a few of them in there. I think I'm going to use Dallas just because it's the most muted, and I think anything pink would clash with the green tones on the eye. I'm very pleased with how this is all coming together, I have to say. think the colors are working really well together. Okay, so I don't think the look necessarily needs highlighter, but it's always a jewel to apply. So I'm going to do MAC Soft and Gentle, and I'm going to do this kind of motion here. We have got a video on the placement of highlighter, bronzer, blush on our YouTube channel. So if you want more information about that, check it out. You know, I think we sometimes forget about MAC and the kind of onslaught of new products that are always presented to us, and like they really do have some absolute classics that I think nobody does better. Like groundwork, no one does groundwork like those paint pots as well as they do. Then the lips. I think today I'm going to be doing one of the new Rouge Allure Velvet Extreme lipsticks from Chanel. I mean, this packaging is so gorgeous. So it's a completely matte finish, and then you kind of click the bottom and the lipstick comes out. It is a thing of beauty. So this is the color. It's just a really kind of natural muted shade. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, so much deeper on camera than it is in real life apparently. Bear that in mind. That is glorious. I'm gonna blur my lip line. You can either do this using a little like pointed brush, or you can just use a good old-fashioned cotton bud. So you just buff it along the lip line to diffuse it so that there are no harsh edges, and so it just looks more modern. Just something I've really enjoyed doing, because I find with me, my lips are the one thing that makes me look done. So if my lips are a bit more relaxed, my whole look is a bit more relaxed. I cannot tell you what a difference that's made. I mean, can you guys see? Like just gently softening the edges of your lipstick just really softens the whole thing and makes it look a lot more natural and a bit more cool. I think I really don't like a really overdrawn, like defined lip line, so I hope it looks as nice on camera as it looks in the mirror. Let me take my hair down so we can do the whole finished vibe. Okay, so that's the finished look. I have to say I love every single thing that I tested. The mascara would be the only thing that wasn't my absolute favorite, but that's fine because Julia loves it, so you know, a loss for me is a win for her. But I do really love the Smashbox one. So the Clarins Skin Illusion Foundation is an absolute hero product for me. I love the finish. I'm going to be interested to see how it wears throughout the day, but I think it's going to be a real hit for me. Someone with my skin type, which is slightly drier and loves a glowy finish, I think this is going to be right up your alley. Also great coming into summer because it's lightweight with more sheer coverage. Just a really lovely product. Love that Chanel lipstick. Delicious. And actually, yeah, finding a way to make this bronzer work for me was also a real win. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, I think that all of these products are really great. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed filming it. Let us know in the comments box below what else you'd like to see, if you've tried any of these products, what you think of them. Yeah, and please go and follow us on Instagram. We appreciate your time as ever. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.